On now, US President Donald Trump and the Egyptian President Abdel Fattah Al-Sisi are due to chair a Gaza peace summit with several world leaders in Sharm El-Sheikh tomorrow. The meeting will take place in Egypt's Red Sea resort city with the participation of leaders from more than 20 countries, the Egyptian presidency has said. The peace summit will aim to end the war in Gaza, enhance efforts to achieve peace and stability in the Middle East, and usher in a new era of regional security and stability. UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres, Britain Prime Minister Keir Starmer, Italian Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni, Spanish Prime Minister Pedro Sánchez, as well as French President Emmanuel Macron have confirmed their attendance. There is no immediate confirmation about whether Israel's Benjamin Netanyahu will participate, even as Hamas has said that it will not take part. I'm once again joined by my colleague Aditya Wadhwan on the telecast. Now the ceasefire between Israel and Hamas has come into effect following 3 days of intense negotiations, and now we also have this summit that is set to take place in Egypt to finalize a peace deal and end the war for sure. Do you think this peace deal is going to achieve exactly that? Are we going to see an end to the war in Gaza finally, or is this just another one of diplomatic shows?
Well, Major, you see, the cease obviously the ceasefire has been achieved between Israel and Hamas. However, still the situation is very complex at this juncture because there are several complexities. Earlier when U.S. President Donald Trump had brokered a ceasefire deal, Hamas didn't respect the ceasefire and didn't complete the conditions as per the ceasefire and didn't release all the Israeli hostages in a timely manner. And then Israel started to bombard many hotspots of Hamas in and around Gaza City. And this time also, we have seen that since now still, however, the ceasefire deal has been achieved between Israel and Hamas. Some blasts by Israeli Air Force have been reported across the Gaza City, one or two. So, particularly all the major stakeholders are trying their best, so that now once and for all, this war between Israel and Hamas ends. However, there are still many dimensions to it, which needs to be critically analyzed, which needs to be seen. Hamas has not publicly given any assurance that it will not, now target Israelis in any manner. Because, however, if some reports are to be believed, the Israeli Defense Forces will also keep their forces in and around Gaza City to ensure the monitoring of the Gaza and the activities of the Hamas, what it does. All the stakeholders want now that this a war between the Israel and Hamas should end. But however, there are some complexities which remain to be understood, and at this juncture, some latest news was coming that 3 top Qatari diplomats were killed in a car accident, which were the part of this the Qatari delegation that was taking part in the peace talks. However, now it needs to be seen how things unfold in this scenario going forward. Meda.